According to our next guest, commodities may have reached an inflection point. What could this mean for gold? Joining us now from Peru is Frank Holmes of U.S. Global Investors. Frank, thanks for being with us. You're always on the road.
Yes, and I'm in the tallest tower in all of Peru at the Westin Hotel attending the Latin Mining Summit.
Well, let's look at commodities, Frank, which have depreciated close to 40% in the past year and are now at their lowest point since March 2009. Is this an opportunity for investors, or do you see more downside potential here?
Well, I think that it's a great opportunity because of global PMI has turned positive. In July, when it turned negative, oil fell $4. And all of a sudden, we're starting getting traction with the oil market. And then China's numbers in that PMI number, that global PMI, what they call new exports, it was like a rocket at NASA. We've got liftoff. So this is a very positive and constructive news. And Danielle, every time this has happened, gold firms up, copper firms up, and we look at data points of 3 months and 6 months. What does it mean? And it's extremely positive and constructive.
But looking at gold, Frank, the metal really has been struggling since last week's FOMC meeting, and all eyes are now on Friday's jobs report. But how do you see the yellow metal closing the week here?
Well, the big factor is what happened to the 10-year government bonds. We had a big rally when yields on 10-year government bonds went from 256 down to 206, and now they've rallied 8%, the yield has. So all of a sudden, gold offsets. So there's an inverse relationship with the yield on a 10-year government bond and the price of gold. And this is a lot of short-term noise.
Frank, I want to get your thoughts on India, which just launched the gold monetization scheme in the country on Thursday. How do you see this affecting gold, especially during this time of year that is historically positive for the metal?
I don't think it's going to have a big impact because most Indians are afraid it's a trap. It's a trap for the tax man in India to come and find a way to come after your income. So the income is low and people are more fearful of that. Until they resolve those issues, I don't think it's going to be a big dent to gold markets.
And for those new to the scheme, can you just sum it up what it means for people who hold gold, Frank?
Well, they want you to turn the gold in and they're going to pay you an interest on it. It's like a gold bond. So they're going to pay you just under 3% coupon. But then they're going to turn around and say, well, where did you get the gold? Why do you need to declare it? And a lot of people keep gold to protect themselves from the government and poor mismanagement. And so with that, people will be afraid to turn around to turn the gold in.
All right, Frank, let's wrap. What's your touchdown pass going to be this week? What are you eyeing for gold?
Well, short term is going to be what the job numbers are and what the U.S. government is going to do with regard to them. But I think it's really important to look at these global PMI, and we're going to go into a presidential election next year. We have lots of very positive, constructive things, and the fact that China is turning the corner is a time to look for opportunity.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Great to be with you from Lima, Peru.
And thanks for watching this edition of Gold Game Film. We'll see you tomorrow.